Spoke with Ziggy Schmid about 45 minutes ago, and he said, absolutely we want to test Perk. We want to make him make decisions, be it through crosses or shots. Let's test him, and let's just see what those nerves.
Well, Brian Perk, good goalkeeper. He's done very well so far early on, but he has not been tested. Game plan is to see what he's got. Perk did. And it goes back to playoff games and everything else. Here being tested, Brian Perk with a difficult ball back from Todd Rosales on that right side. I want to expose that space too much.
Major League Soccer, that came actually off a throw-in. We saw New York a couple nights ago with all their problems through the season, defending set pieces and corner. Seattle trade on New York a couple games ago. Lotto Alonso, quick outlet, Levesque. And a back pass, Donovan. Perk blasted out. Their U.S. men's national team coach, Roger Levesque, a little chip. Montero, that might be a handball, and I think it is.
Discussing with his staff, who wants to step up. Looks like Freddie Montero, but did early here. See here, this ball played back from Levesque, bounces up. There it is. Omar Gonzalez with the arm up.
Oh, dynamic chance for Seattle this season. Brad Evans, who's not on the field right now, has taken both and made them both. Montero, save Perk! How about that for your first MLS appearance?
Well, if that doesn't lift your confidence, I'm not sure what will, but Brian Perk comes up huge for the Galaxy today, and I asked him the question, okay, who takes your penalties now when Brad Evans isn't there? And he said, well, I'm not too sure about Freddie Montero. He could be probably third.
Guessed right, got down low.
It wasn't struck well. It's goalkeeper's height. It's not low, it's not high. It's in that middle range. That's where the keeper's going to get his arms outstretched. He anticipates well, Brian Perk.
Galaxy fans know well that Mike McGee would have saved that.
Saved that, absolutely, I agree. But it was interesting, too, when you go back to the actual penalty given from Ricardo Salazar. I mean, it's not like he sticks his hand out to smack it down. He's from close up. Omar Gonzalez, a bit harsh.
We saw two penalty kicks earlier tonight in Seattle. Dangerous ball off the head of...
Here's the save. Not very well struck, Rob. Not in the corner, not low, not high, but Brian Perk, he's on fire. Very excited to make that save early in the game. You get tested, you come up big, that's a great lift for your club. Brian Perk right now, the focus is on there. You can tell he was ready, Rob, when he came out for warm-ups. We always speak about players, their body language. Well, he looked very, very good, very positive from the get-go.
Broached the name of Marcus Hahnemann, who's out of contract, U.S. national team keeper. That would probably be a nice fit for...
And they have to come from behind, actually, against the LA Blues in that Open Cup game. It sets up this... The rest is history.
But the genesis of that conversation between those two gentlemen took place at the Combine in a restroom. Perk sends this one long. Well, he's got a healthy leg. Angel took a little bump as he flicked that one on. Keller. On the docket. Portland, Seattle. Next Sunday, the MLS Game of the Week presented by Adidas. You can see it live. Things so dire in the LA Nets that they had to call up Kevin Guppy from the MLS goalkeeper pool. So he is the backup. So we have the 18th minute, and Brian Perk, UCLA grad, stoning Montero from the PK spot. Perk claimed off waivers from Philadelphia in August of last year. Played collegiately at UCLA, just north of us. Had 2 saves Tuesday night in the Galaxy 2-1 U.S. Open Cup victory. C. Keller, 593 appearances.
Unbelievable. Unreal. First appearance in MLS tonight in league play.
Those 593 appearances.
But maybe something even more into the front office.
Lady, I think it was from Equatorial Guinea, literally picked up the ball, held it for a few seconds while the game was going on, dropped it to her keeper who picked it up and played it out, and no call.
Well, we mentioned David Beckham. There he is. I spoke to him in the hallway yesterday, Rob. He said, look,
With 7 assists, also leads them with 7 cautions.
can have at what stage maybe Bruce Arena would like to use David Beckham, and he just brings a different dynamic. His accuracy.
Brian Perk with the save and play of the match, a PK save in the 8th.
I agree, Rob, and I think that we've really haven't seen either goalkeeper tested except for
The penalty that Brian Perk did handball, really, but the penalty, and Brian Perk, well, he just comes up.
Chance of happening, but an interesting thought by a young man who has really embraced his time here in the States and particularly in Seattle. Barrett off his chest. Immediately in the area. Franklin, back pass. Perk, speaking of UCLA products.
Levesque up there in the back post. Also Jeff Park.
Looking for Grotto, and it was Perk confidently and cleanly off his line.
He does well. Very decisive, Brian Perk. Great job.
Safe to say the nerves have exited the building for Brian Perk.
Well, the best thing that could have.
Newport Beach, California. Slides that one in. Dangerous. LA's got a great breakable position that they're in. Freeberg. Back in. Berhalter. Riley. And another save.
Freddie Montero had a little bit of a quad issue that didn't play last week against New England. Look at this challenge here. Perk. Came out. Greg Berhalter under some pressure there, Rob. Sorry.
Perk, just the second goalkeeper in MLS history that recorded his first career save on a penalty kick. The other, Matt
Napoleon of Miami.
ESPN's MLS Game of the Week. Wrap up a busy stretch of MLS activity on this 4th of July forward line with Roger Levesque, with Freddie Montero being subbed out.
All of Von Hell's goals, right foot strikes.
Freeberg! Long range effort. Chance for Seattle. Noonan. Floated in, far post. And one of their big defensive presence not in there for this corner kick. Good hand save brought to you by Allstate. Came in the 18th minute. Brian Perk in his first professional game, making his first career save. And you know it's difficult.
That's a tough ball. Just worked so hard through traffic.
Wall looking for Evans. And Perk is there again. Perk has done quite well in his driven ball, still alive. And that, Brian Perk with the shutout in his debut.